It's always up front, man.
Mm-hmm.
When Cody come on, he talked about Nebraska. Now, I'm always curious about how that front line is.
Well,
how's Tennessee?
I think together they've started 200 games.
The line?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Well, that's. I mean, you just go ahead and mark that down. Put Tennessee for 8 wins right now. I don't even have to look at the schedule.
Yeah, and their schedule's tough. And one of them, All-American, they say their center is just unbelievable. I've never heard anybody say this about a center, but what I read the other day said that Tennessee won 11 ball games year before last because of their center.
Well, he's important. I mean, without the exchange.
Well, when we've seen it live.
Yeah, Marcus lost a chin strap.
I've never seen a sideline go that nuts.
Everybody's looking for chin strap.
I mean, you thought Cam Newton or somebody had gone out. I mean, and we love Marcus, but I mean, Marcus, it wasn't a quarterman. And that right then, that's when I realized how important the center was.
I don't want to bring some other guy in there and have to snap the ball.
No. And it was just it was a madhouse. Find it!
He said he looked down on the ground and, oh, there it is right there. He said he's seen it shine.
And you got a backup center. I mean, I don't know who the boy is, and I hope he's not watching, and I'm not knocking him. He came in, had a bad snap.
Yeah, put it on the ground.
And that's the moment I realized, wow, this is huge. That's why, we saw it last year. You got death threats. Alabama's center was good. He shouldn't have got death threats. But there's a conspiracy theories that he might have done it on purpose. He's gone to Ohio State now. I don't know if he's going to be their center, though.
I think so.
Yeah. See, I'd heard some talk of him maybe moving to a guard. But he'll start.
Yeah.
His blocking's good.
Snapping just.
But, you ask who cost Alabama? Milroe? No, their center.
Well, their right tackle got blowed up. That's why they lost the game.
Yeah.
Tell us about the Tennessee Vols.
The Tennessee Vols. Okay.
I'm going to go turn this air on. You just dig off.
All right.
Pass out.
You bet. Now he's going to turn some air on here. All right, let's go. Tennessee Vols 9-4 last year, 20-6 in the last 2 years. Tennessee has 12 starters back. I'm going to wait on Matt. All right. And the big talk, and Matt knows this very well. He didn't start last year, but he did start the bowl game. Is Nico Lamalava? I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that.
Nico Lamalava to the field.
Lave, yeah.
I have no idea. I'm just guessing.
He's not a returning starter, though, but now the experts say he's absolutely excellent.
Now, I've covered him. And I did a thing on him last summer. He's an Elite 11.
Well, now you thought he'd start over Milton. You really did.
Yeah.
And some sources say he probably should have.
I'm a fan. So, Tennessee fans, I'm with you.
All right. So, they got him. He's coming in. He's not a starter. He didn't start last year, but he is back.
That right there. He stumbles back in the pocket and he's getting sacked. And he just throws it up. They ain't look what you is.
Yeah. He don't do that. Lava don't do that.
You just can't.
Milton was good, but I don't think Milton was as good as they thought he was going to be.
This play right here. Back in the pocket, 3 steps. He's getting crashed. He tries to throw it anyway. There's nobody. What is he doing? That will lose you a football game.
So we know who their quarterback's going to be. Their running back's new. They lost Jabari Small and Jalen Wright. They got Dylan Sampson back.
Sampson, he's supposed to be the guy.
He's supposed to be the guy. Him or Peyton. What's this guy? Peyton Lewis, possibly. But Dylan Sampson has 1,000 career yards, 6 yards per carry. Matt, what's that tell you? 6 yards per carry. He can fly, right? And he's caught 17 passes last year. Wide receiver, Tennessee has no trouble. Wide receiver, Brew McCoy is back after a knee injury. 90 career catches, 1,100 yards. He started at Tennessee and USC.
Yes, Jeff. He's a Remington Award
guy. Squirrel White is back. Clay Chalkville, 2-year starter or 1-year starter. They didn't think he did well last year.
What? Who? Wait a minute.
I don't know. I read some bad publications on Tennessee.
Yeah.
They said they thought he tailed off from his freshman year. He didn't. He had 7 catches for 120 yards against Bama. All right, 97 career catches, 1,300 yards. He is a starter from last year, returning him and Brew McCoy. That is considered the top wideout duo in the country. I mean, in the conference, not the country.
Squirrel White is.
Do you think it's the top duo in the conference? It's probably close, isn't it? I mean, I don't know. The ones we've gone over, I think it is.
Yeah, in the conference, probably so.
Yeah, Kentucky's got a good one, but they're not as good as these two.
They're not as good as Young and Avoca, but that's not
No. Tight end's new, Ethan Davis. All right, now let's get into the line. The other running back we don't know is probably going to be Peyton Lewis. He's new. All right, lineman, left guard, left tackle, Lance Hurd, transferred from LSU. It said that Tennessee, that Heupel and them targeted him, and he is All-American potential. He started at LSU. Left guard. Now listen to this. Andre Carrick didn't do well. Didn't do well at all, but he is back, and it says Heupel and them are not giving up on him. Center Cooper Mays, hurt last year, but started in 2022. They said he is the reason Tennessee won 11. Right tackle, John Campbell, and right guard, Javontes Spraggins, both started. So they're back. So you basically got four linemen. You got your whole line back.
It's a good recipe, bro.
And a good quarterback.
Yeah, real good quarterback.
And good receivers. So I might just change my 8 wins to 9 or 10. All right, defensively.
9.5.
9.5. I don't know.
That's where, SEC Mike, hey, welcome in, everybody.
Did he say 9.5?
Yeah, most of them guys got them 9.5. A lot of.
Well, it's hard not to with them having their whole line back. All right, nose tackle, Amari Thomas, back, 93 career tackles, 11 for a loss. He is a force. Bryson Eason, tons of experience. He's back at D tackle, 11 tackles for a loss. James Pierce Jr., a first-round draft pick for sure, edge rusher, 12 sacks in his career. 17 tackles for a loss. 12 of those are sacks. The defensive end is new. The mic is new. Aaron Beasley graduated or got drafted.
Yeah, Beasley.
Keenan Peele will start there, and they say
Keenan Peele's good.
Great.
I've covered him. I run across him somewhere. Yeah. When I may have talked about them, he's the guy.
Which we like Beasley, but they act like Beasley. They're not even going to miss him.
No.
Because Peele's that good.
That's what I read too.
All right. The Sam's new. The Mike. Okay, that was Keenan Peele. That was the middle linebacker. All right. Now we move to the secondary, and this is where all their transfer players come in. Jermod McCoy comes in from Oregon State. He started every game for Oregon State last year. Had 2 interceptions. Ricky Gibson's the other corner. He did not start. Jalen McMurray comes in from Temple. He started at Temple. He's that nickelback. Do y'all know what a nickelback is? I mean, in these schemes, I really don't know how they use it.
Well, they're probably American Music Billboard's top 100.
A nickelback.
Oh, you're talking about
Dimeback. Dimeback,
no,
not Dimeback.
He played guitar for Pantera, Dimeback Dave.
Dimeback Dave.
He invented their pickups that he had on his guitar. Oh, you're talking about packages.
Pantera have some good music.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Walk.
I've fallen for Led Zeppelin here lately.
Oh, really? Yeah,
they're great.
They're top.
Them and Leonard Skinner.
Rolling Stones put out I know this is off the topic. Rolling Stones put out a list. Greatest rock bands ever.
Led Zeppelin #1.
No, they had about 5. What? They had Beatles 1. I'm okay with that.
Well, yeah. Okay. Rolling Stones 2.
Yeah, but they had U2.
Oh, yeah.
U2?
Well, U2 to me is not rock. It's pop.
I don't even. Over Led Zeppelin, you're insane.
I would think Led Zeppelin would be 3.
They had Radiohead.
Somebody's going to flip us on and go, what are they talking about?
Locker Room Sports. They had Radiohead top 10. I said, I can think of 5 bands right now that's better than Radiohead.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
Really? Radiohead? I'd take the Cranberries over Radiohead.
I mean, Led Zeppelin's great.
There got to be 2.
I'd say 2 or 3 behind the Beatles and Rolling Stones.
I'm okay with that, but not like 5. Like
5. I don't. And Leonard Skinner's got to be in there somewhere. Is he top?
No. No, I can sing every one of Skinner's songs. If you can just put on any of their albums right now, I know all of them.
Right.
I know the old songs that ain't like Down South Jukin' that nobody don't care to what listen. I know all of them. But Nickelback is, yes, it's a package. Okay. It's like a 3-4 package or something. In a 3-4 scheme, I think it's a package.
Yeah, well, they're going to go with it most of the time because everybody throws. Now.
Well, you have a star too.
That's what this is.
Okay.
And they call it. He's considered a star. Jalen McMurray from Temple. He's got 90 career tackles and 4 interceptions. That's pretty good.
You're kind of going to be a Landon Dickerson kind of guy,
right?
You know how he was made.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be a dude.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got Rasheed Wallace.
Yeah.
You better be 6'1", over 205, because you don't have to hit somebody.
Oh, yeah.
And them boys at Bama back in the time, they'd lay the wood people.
Oh, yeah, they were good. They were good.
When you come down, you catch the ball, you may not be able to hold on to it after you hit you.
Ronnie, what was his name?
Ronnie Lott.
No, Ronnie that played at Bama. You know, he was kind of crazy. He hit hard. I can't think of his name. He played on one of the championship teams. Somebody, please, Ronnie. He got drafted. He was mean. He probably got thrown out of a game or two. I cannot think of his name. But he played when Landon Collins and all them played.
Yeah, good players. So that.
Well, free safety. Oh, that's the star, Jalen McMurray.
Tennessee, by the way. We're talking about Tennessee.
Yeah. Free safety, Jacoby Thomas transferred from Middle Tennessee.
I don't know.
108 career tackles, 4 picks. And the strong safety is a true freshman named Boo Carter. You got to be pretty good.
Well, wait a minute. No, he's good.
Boo Carter.
Yeah, I went across him in his on 3 page.
Can you be bad if your name's Boo?
No way. No, because the other famous kid named Boo, which was in the book To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah, Boo Radley.
Yeah. He's pretty legit. I think he run a 4.4.
I don't know. He was a good ball player.
He run fast. I think he won the state championship down there.
I think he played at Piedmont, didn't he?
I think he played down there at Louisiana somewhere. Where was that movie supposedly took place?
To Kill a Mockingbird, somebody.
Where's it set place?
We're going to get into greatest movies.
Where did it set place in?
Dude, I watched Psycho the other night, and it was fantastic.
I can't watch it. It's so – they're all those really old ones. They're so bad. And then the story's not good enough to me to hold me.
Now, Psycho actually was a good story.
I didn't like the story.
You didn't like the girl stealing the money?
It's just too predictable.
It is.
To Kill a Mockingbird is deep. It's emotionally – it grabs you in on stuff. So, Tennessee I hear every time
they don't have a lot coming back on defense, but they got the 3 transfers in.
But every time you say something, you say, well, he played over here and started 3 games. This guy always got 108 tackles. Mm-hmm. So it sounds to me Tennessee is experienced.
And you said Peel's great.
Oh, yes, he is.
But he did not start.
No, I think.
And he was hurt.
He was hurt, yes.
He was hurt.
Yep.
The Sam linebackers completely new.
Oh, Peel, he's a – I mean, he looks like the Rock.
Well, here's what I got right here. It says Keenan Peel, not Key and Peel. Keenan. Right. You remember Key and Peel?
Keenan and Kale.
They're pretty funny. Have you ever watched Key and Peel?
Yeah.
Keenan Peel did not start, but has greatness written all over it.
Shakalak University. Talking about them guys?
Oh, yeah.
The U.
And
Renamo Radaya Makamba.
Petaway. Shimikaya Petaway
Shamakatoya Lakama the Third.
Shiitake Mushroom Johnson.
y'all got to go look them up.
It's pretty good.
They're funny. I sound like they got
they're great.
Good coaching staff. Okay, we know high point. Look, and we're going to talk
Rodney Garner's there.
Their schedule. They're going to have to go to Heupel's old school. Now they got to go to Oklahoma.
All right, let's look at that right quick and see what we think. All right, Chattanooga at home first. That's a loss. You know that. But I do think Chattanooga is a good team, don't you?
VOLS. Go Vols.
All right,
says
you got
Logan Brooks.
Oh, he loves them.
We're breaking down your Vols right here, and we're going to be honest now, Logan.
0-12, Logan. No, we got them with 9 or 10.
No, they're going to beat Chattanooga. That'll be about it.
Yeah, 1-11. At NC State, I think we get to see how good Tennessee is there. And if they go up there with their head in their hand, they're not going to win. It's at NC State. I'm going to give them a W.
I need to break that game. I need to get that team broke down.
I just don't see NC State beating them.
I did Virginia Tech.
Mm-hmm.
I've done Kansas State, and I'm going to do these.
What's Virginia Tech going to be ranked preseason?
I don't know. They're top 15. Hang on. Go ahead.
All right. Kent State at home.
I'm talking about North Carolina State.
This is a pivotal game, pivotal early game at Oklahoma.
Timeout. North Carolina State has 6 back on offense and 5 back on defense.
No, I don't think they beat Tennessee. That's about what Tennessee's got. But
6 and 6.
I think their players are better than North Carolina State.
Well, I think so too.
They beat Kent State. Then they go to Oklahoma, which has people worried.
Did they give a time?
I think they win that.
Did they give a time on that game yet?
I would say it's a 2:30.
Let's see what we got here.
But what we got now is every weekend has 150 good games. What do you think about that? Do you think that could go either way? We don't know much about Oklahoma.
I got to get into them too, man.
I'd say right now you'd have to give them a win.
I got to see where they're. Okay. Y'all want to see this with us here? I'll put it up on the screen. Present. Share. Go ahead.
Right. Oh, at Arkansas.
I'm just going to pull this up.
I think that's going to be a win. All right, Matt, this is where it gets tough. But here's the catch.
Oklahoma is at 3:30 R8. They haven't got a time yet.
Oh, okay. This three game blitz for Tennessee, Florida, Bama, Kentucky. But there's a catch. Matt, you want to tell them what that catch is? They're all at where? Logan Brooks. Tell us. They're in Knoxville. So they got Florida, Bama, and Kentucky in Knoxville. So what do you think about those three?
Right there on your screen if you want to see it.
What do you think? You think I don't think they win all three of them, but I don't know who will beat them. I'm going to give them an L. I think they lose one of those. One. I think they go 2-1 during that stretch. And they've also got Mississippi State at home. And Bama and Kentucky, they're off after Bama and before they play Kentucky. Kentucky's loaded. And me and Matt went over them. They've got 20 starters back. I mean, literally 20 starters back.
Well, they got Bama.
Bama's Bama.
They're going to be the same thing. 3:30 podcast listeners, 3:30 or 7. They're still on flex time. They haven't got the times pinned down exactly just yet. So you're looking at November the 2nd, starting the month of November after an idle. They're going. I say Tennessee. Oh Lord, I don't know. I
think they lose one of those three, but I don't know who. I'm not going to pick a game and say yet because I don't know. We can later, but I think one of those three will get them. Either Florida, Bama, or Kentucky.
I'm just going to go. God, man. I would just nearly have to. Listen, we're not being biased here. We're trying to break this schedule down. We're trying to give you an honest opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, it's June. So please have a little patience with us.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm usually going to lean towards the home team. 1, okay?
You got to.
2, supposedly by power rankings,
mm-hmm.
Alabama's got probably one of the best offensive line in the SEC this year, supposedly.
Which obviously Tennessee's going to too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So they're both going to be good up front. Now we're going to come to quarterback play. So who do you like better as a quarterback?
I like Milroe.
Well, we've seen him play a lot. We have a lot of useful data. I'm a science guy.
And I like Alabama's running backs better.
Way better.
Mm-hmm.
Their backfield they got 3 good guys. 3 good ones and 2 really good ones.
Mm-hmm.
Defensively, Malachi Moore is a dog. He is a leader. And we're talking about 3 other 5 stars that's going to be tooling around that defense too. We're trying to talk about Bama here because it's the first game on this stink stretch they're fixing to get into after Florida.
Florida's that's a big rivalry. That game usually goes either way.
It's at Tennessee.
Yeah.
We're calling Tennessee to be undefeated as of right now.
Possibly, yes.
All right. And they're going to bring Bama home on October the 19th, third Saturday. You nearly have to go with Tennessee because if it was at Bama, I went with Bama.
I'd say early right now, I would give Tennessee a slight edge. I'm talking about 1.5 points. If I was setting lines
Yeah.
and somebody said, you're a bookie, I want a line set right now, I'll set Tennessee 1.5.
Yeah. Well, because it's at Tennessee. All right, then they're off.
Now, that may change before October.
They're at home for Kentucky. Then they're at home for Mississippi State.
Home again. Then they go to Georgia, which I think, I think that's an L.
If they beat Bama and get a week off to heal up, you're telling me they can't beat Kentucky or Mississippi State? Of course.
Yeah.
Now,
I think they can beat Georgia. I just don't think they will.
But now Tennessee fans, don't wig out because I'm going to do the same thing I just said. I do like Georgia's running game a little better.
Yeah,
their
ATN.
quarterback, I like him better. We've got data. Okay, Georgia. We've seen Beck play. He's probably a mid-first round guy coming out.
He's good.
There you got ATN running the ball, and I promise you, Kirby Smart defense
It's going to be good.
will not be lacking.
No.
And I'm just going by the data I have with him over the past 20 years of watching him coach with Coach Saban and before. I would lean towards Georgia because it's at home.
Yeah. Now, but I do think it'll be a good game. Then they finish up with UTEP and Vandy. And I'll tell you why. I've got Tennessee at 9.5. That means they go 9-3 or 10-2. I don't think their backfield's strong. They're running. I do like their running backs, but I don't think as a room, as a whole, they're strong.
No, they're not good enough to.
And I'm not 100% sold on their defense, which I do think it'll be better. But for those reasons, I do think that Tennessee does have a good year.
You got them going to Oklahoma and winning?
Here's what I've got. I've got them losing to Georgia. One of the three, Florida, Bama, or Kentucky, a loss. And I'm sorry. I think somebody else is going to get them somewhere, whether that be NC State or Oklahoma or Arkansas with an upset. I think they go 9-3, at best 10-2. I do not think Tennessee goes 11-1. And they could go 8-4, but I'm not going to go that far with them. I think they go 9-3 at least. So I've got them at 9.5, which is so far the best of every team we've covered. Because we've covered Kentucky, Arkansas, Mississippi State, Florida.
Vanderbilt. That's an L.
Who is that right there? Okay. South Carolina, Auburn, Tennessee, and he's also going to do A&M. Yeah, I think Tennessee 9-3, which they should be happy with.
Now,
can they make this playoff, Matt?
Yeah. Now here's the one I got problems with. I got them going, dude. I just went down through there and just
you got them going 10-2,
11-1. I mean, I'm just but here's the facts of the matter is this game right here. And just because Alabama has owned y'all for so long.
Yeah, I mean,
these two games here are
18 out of 19 out of 20, 17 out of 18.
So we got one, so it's 11-1, 10, 9, and 9.5. I mean, I'm gonna agree.
You agree with the 9.5?
I'm gonna go with everybody else.
Logan, you agree with that? 9.5. Tennessee goes 10-2 or 9-3.
I can do that.
I just don't see them going 8-4 unless they just lay an egg.
Well, here's the thing, man.
But the season, and you got injuries too,
It's all about these matchups. It's always about matchups.
But I'm excited about their year.
Oh, sure.
But they got to win that North Carolina State and Oklahoma early to be that great 10-2 or 11-1. They'll have to.
Yeah.
And that's what that guy said earlier. Was it Uncle Lou said if they lose to Oklahoma, they may have a disappointing season. They've got to win that game.
I'm trying to find. Well,
but it is on the road.
You don't want to lose to man. But if you lose that game on Oklahoma, then you're thinking.
I'm looking up to see. Yeah, they went 9-4.
I'm getting A&M schedule up here. Oh, it's ads, man. Good Lord.
We have.
Okay. Logan Brooks says,
What's he think?
Saban's gone. The Pac-12 offense won't get him anything but a hamburger and a plane ticket home in Knoxville. Vols by 13 over Bama. Okay. Now, I'm going to keep receipts on that.
Now, I'll be honest. Okay.
And I picked
Heupel's 20-6 at Tennessee. Pretty good. He's lost to Georgia twice. He's also lost to Alabama once, which he was winning at halftime. We'll get into the other. I could see them beating Bama, no doubt. I don't think it'd be by 13, but I could see them beating them.
Here's the only problem. And listen, Logan, we are just doing complete hypotheticals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're assuming because he coached in the Pac-12. And if he can make the national championship game with that caliber of players, and if you give a stock car driver a V6 and he finishes second, what do you think he's going to do with a V8?
Yeah.
Because they do have better players at Bama than he did at Washington.
Yes. He finished second at Washington.
So if you give him better players.
I mean, outside of Dunes and Penix,
And Milroe being
those guys were studs, but
Milroe was a Heisman finalist last year.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're going to get to see him work all spring with a real quarterback coach.
Mm-hmm.
For college football in general, I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Just as a fan of the game, I'm excited to see the young man. How does he develop? How has he taken under this coaching?
Well, I'm excited about his year. I really am. I think he's a good quarterback. I thought that he took too much, what would be the word for it, bashing last year. I thought it a little ridiculous.
I mean, this is last year. There's 26-7 Florida beat Tennessee at halftime.
Now Lama, I don't know how you – Nico is definitely 110% supposed to be better than Milton, right?
Yeah, I've always thought so.
Okay. All right. Well, I think Heupel goes 9-3 at worst. Absolute worst, 8-4.
Logan said he'd hate to be the guy to follow. Yeah, who wants to do that? You'd rather be the coach that coaches after the guy that coached after Saban.
Oh, yeah. The next guy. I always told somebody this. I said, if the board don't do good, the next guy will do great.
I just don't.
But I don't think Alabama's going to be cursed. Saban retired. They didn't run him off. You see these teams that get cursed running these guys off.
Well, this is what you got to remember as a fan of the game, where, it ain't like the car come in pit road and it's on fire and all the tires are bald and the motor's smoking. Mm-hmm. Like Auburn, when they come pulling in the pits from Harsin garbage and what Gus done his last year,
mm-hmm.
that car come in the pit. They didn't even have a freaking skin on it. It was a roll cage with 4 wheels.
Yeah. So you can't expect a whole lot out of Freeze.
It was crap. Terrible. He's having to build a whole new chassis.
Yeah.
What's the board got to build? He's got to fix the spoiler and it's got a dent on the front bumper.
All right. We need some lug nuts.
Yeah, we got a bent lug nut. They made it to play. They almost beat the team that won a national championship.
And they got their line back and their quarterback back.
Yeah.
And according to experts, their running backs are better.
Yeah.
Now, their defense is probably not
as
good. They
lost Caleb Downs and
Kool-Aid.
And Antonio Cat.
Yeah.
They just replaced those with 2 5-stars.
Yeah.
Now they were Cat and them were young too. And he went to Auburn. Antonio did.
Well, a lot of people think it's going to be mental though. Like the players are going to be.
You're playing in Alabama.
We don't have Saban.
If you signed up to play at Bama, more than likely 8 of the 10 players are probably mentally prepared because the leadership in the school guys. I know Nick Saban's gone, but let me remind people of college football. I'm a fan of the game. I've got books that I've read about the game. Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia. I've read books about these teams.
Mm-hmm.
Just let me ask you this, and we'll move on. Did Alabama win a title or have undefeated seasons before Nick Saban?
Yeah.
How many?
Well, they had 4 or 5 under Bear.
12 titles.
Oh, when Stallings went undefeated one time.
12 titles just before.
Yeah. So it was a storied place, kind of like Ohio State.
Dude, they were winning ball games in the 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Saban did not leave him a ship with corks stuck in the side of the bow. They're going down.
He didn't leave him the Titanic.
No. Mississippi State has been and left a little bit of shamble.
Yeah, I do not think.
I'm
not going to get deep into it. I'll be surprised if Mississippi State.
They went 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, 3-9, 4-8.
Them and Vanderbilt may battle for the bottom.
Which I hadn't looked at Vanderbilt yet. But
Heupel should be giving his flowers because what Lou's talking about with Tennessee, why we made fun of Tennessee all this time? Because all these coaches and guys that had come in was a joke.
Heupel is not.
No, he's not. They're ready to put together a good team. He's recruiting. He's got some guys, and we're watching the Florida game, and they didn't play good because Milton got them in trouble.
Yes,
bad decisions. So Bama was good before Saban. Alabama was. They got they don't even have a busted radiator hose. They got a bump on the front. They got bad lug nuts.
Right.
You come in pit, put in new lug nuts, and take back off. And this is going to be one of the better staffs that's been at Bama in a couple of years. Think about this. Tommy Reese and those clowns, them guys couldn't get – they were lucky to get anything out of Milroe because they had to get him at the middle of the year and said, we don't know how to coach you. I don't know what else to do. I'm not a very good OC. What can you tell me that how we can win? That's basically what happened after the Florida game. That's what happened.
Yeah.
He didn't get to play. They got into it. He got soaked
after
up.
South Florida.
And he got mad at practice. And then Saban said, well, you don't freaking start then, big mouth. I'm running this team still.
That was done. He was done as far as bad attitude.
Yeah, you're not running this team. I know what you're saying is right, but what you're doing is wrong because Saban's trying to prepare him to be a good man and be a good leader.
Right.
Bama's got a good team.
Oh, yeah, they do.
They're not going to come in here and just get their wheels blowed off by somebody.
And Tennessee does too. And Tennessee lost to Missouri, Georgia, and Alabama. That was 3 of their 4 losses.
And they're still in the
all
process.
3 of them finished in the top 10.
They're in the process. They're in that second, third. They're in like year 2013 for where Bama was in 2013. That's where they're at right now.
Tennessee's back.
And they still ain't won it. They ain't won one.
Let's face it. They are. I think.
This will be my year to tell.
Yeah.
I'll go
They're back to the former. Fulmer won 1, but they wasn't just.
And I'm not saying Tennessee's got to win it. I'm saying if Tennessee wins, if they win 10 this year, I'm going to tip my cap and say,
yeah, good job.
You're definitely on the way.
Yeah.
But there's another team we're going to do next week. The guy that takes you to the dance but he don't know how to kiss when he gets up there to the, he's like that girl and he goes.
Yeah. They don't.
I will meet Lane Kiffin. He's got to prove himself.
Yeah.
Now.
All right. Tell us about the big Aggies. I'm sure that the media is pumping them up, right?
No.